Black Ops 6 Season 3 is finally launching in a few days, and with it, we're going to see a handful of things across multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone. A little bit of something for everyone. As always, with a new season means a new arsenal of weapons to play around with, including the themed throwback weapons to Modern Warfare 2019 and Warzone's launch, among others. Today, we're taking a look at all of those new weapons coming in Season 3 at launch and beyond for Black Ops 6, new special attachments, and the effects they'll have on the season at hand. So, drop your thoughts down below, drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and make sure to subscribe for more Black Ops 6 content along with other FPS games I'd love to have in the community. Finally, today's video is brought to you in part by Raycon, but more on them in a bit. For now, let's look into Season 3 and what it's bringing us. For weaponry, let's start with the base here, what's launching with the season. First, one thing that we have to realize is that Season 3 has two different launch dates here, one for Black Ops 6 on the 2nd, and 24 hours later, April 3rd is when the Warzone component will launch. So in that window of time where you have that sort of downtime for Warzone, because there will be an offline period starting on the 2nd going into the 3rd, just simply when you log into Black Ops 6, you'll end up getting the Kilo 141, an assault rifle that may be immediately recognizable to you. Word stated, this version will have smooth handling, manageable recoil, and a steady fire rate to give it room to shine in a variety of different combat situations, leaving no doubt as to why the Kilo 141 was a favorite in Verdansk. Now that the location is back, it's time to relive the glory days with this hard-hitting primary weapon. So personally, I'm looking forward to the return of the Kilo 141. That was one of my favorites back in the original for Warzone, probably like so many others, but excited to see that one return. The other weapons here introduced with the seasonal launch here on the 2nd, things like the CR56 Amax and the HDR are going to be in the Battle Pass as with all your other weapons. Of course, these are still free to use. You don't have to buy into the Battle Pass, but it is something that will take you some time to progress through it here. The CR56 Amax is an assault rifle that'll be found on Battle Pass page 6 as that HVT tier reward, something you have to complete the entire page for, but this is again returning from Modern Warfare 2019. Described as a lightweight 7.62 by 39mm full auto assault rifle, it's compact and powerful. Built exclusively for military use, the standard issue rifle is deadly at mid-range combat and easily configured for a variety of assault tactics. Combining high damage hits with a fast fire rate and good handling, the CR56 Amax is the perfect mid-range weapon for downing targets fast. Eliminate enemies in 3 to 4 shots up to 25 meters out, leaving plenty left over to chew through equipped armor. Quick reloads get you back into the action fast, and a helpful trait no matter how you choose to customize the weapon via gunsmith. Honestly, the CR56 Amax was one of my favorite weapons all throughout Modern Warfare 2019 and that main year of Warzone support, so very excited to be able to jump in with this again. But the HDR also coming at Battle Pass page 3, that HVT or page reward is a returning sniper rifle that's described as an anti-material bolt action sniper chambered in 12.7 by 108mm ammunition. Bullets have a lower muzzle velocity but remain devastating even at very long ranges. And a little side note, it was mentioned in the COD pod by one of the Raven developers that this will be able to one-shot down someone at 500 meters in Warzone. So definitely a nice sign here for the return of sniping and the importance it can have going into the future. But it says veterans of Verdansk know the power of the HDR and the havoc a sniper can inflict with it when stationed in a high vantage point like the infamous worst place in all of Verdansk, Airport Control Tower. The weapon's long range and heavy damage make it a favorite of sharpshooters, its distinctive firing sound sending squads running. Add the reinforced barrel attachment to further extend your damage range and bullet velocity, and don't forget to hold your breath for difficult shots. This is honestly, again, it's a day one OG meta weapon, so I'm very excited to play around with this again, bringing it back into that nostalgic feel of 2020. And then finally, the things here that you'll see at the launch are the Kali sticks as an event reward, which is a 2-hit kill, extremely fast attack speed melee weapon with a short range. It says the infamous Kali sticks return, dealing out damage with rapid swings that'll take down your target in a flash. Smack them with a fast follow-up hits using the weapon's light attack, or take them out in a more dramatic fashion by unleashing the heavy attack. So this having a new component here to this as opposed to what we had in Modern Warfare 2019, but still a new melee weapon to play around with. And to unlock this, all you have to do is complete the Return to Verdansk event by looting safes all around Verdansk in either Battle Royale or in Plunder. Now, there are two more weapons here that we can talk about that are actual designated and standalone weapons, with also beyond that special weapon attachments and a few other things to note. But before we get into that, a quick message from today's sponsor. So if you're like me, March is just a ton of madness. From content variety on the channel this time of year, to travel, to better weather, meaning it's time to break out the old dad mode grass cutting shoes, or hitting the golf course, going to the gym to work off that winter coat, whatever the case. But everything's noise or getting interrupted. But what helps with that are the everyday earbuds by Raycon, with active noise canceling capable of drowning out all the noise around you, letting you focus on your music and whatever task is at hand, whether that be pushing towards a new PR on the bench, trying to pass time at the airport, you name it, it can help. The newest models come with a 32-hour battery life, which is huge if you like to travel like I do, where 8 to 10-hour travel days can feel like you're just burning through your battery. And the best part is Raycon's earbuds start at just a fraction of the price of some of these other premium brands out there with similar features. For me, in my use, the battery life has really helped out, but the one unsung feature is the way they fit. Normally, I'm not a huge fan of earbuds, opting for over-the-ear headsets like you see in videos or streams, but these fit comfortably. The tap functions also come in clutch when I'm doing things a bit more with hands-on, like at the gym or doing yard work on the grind to get the nicest lawn possible. Please don't tell 15-year-old Jordan that he'd be amped up to maintain his lawn. God, who have I even become? But anyways, all that with the active noise cancellation leaves me to my own devices with no distraction, and it's such a huge benefit. So if you're looking to get an affordable new pair of earbuds and would like to support the channel's partnership, go to buyraycon.com/espresso to get 20% off the best-selling everyday earbuds. This video brought to you again by Raycon. Now, back to it, we do have two more weapons here. First, in season, we're going to see the nail gun coming, which is a special weapon as an event reward. This is detailed a full auto nail gun, high damage at close range with fast handling speeds and very low muzzle velocity. Stick it to them with this handy tool configured with a magazine of 15 nails that fires at full auto. The damage drops off quickly after about 25 meters and performs best up close. The nail gun's low muzzle velocity can make it difficult to land shots against fast moving targets, so get them in your sights and unload before they know what hit them. This armament is reward earned during the Black Ops Tribute event, that starting on April 17th and lasting until May 1st. So the second half of the first portion of the season here, right before the mid-season update. But this isn't a brand new weapon. We saw this last in Cold War. It was very situational, but very deadly in those right situations. So I'm curious to see if this will have the same sort of stopping power as it did in Cold War. But the final weapon that's a standalone weapon comes at mid-season, the Ladra SMG, which is going to be an event reward. We don't know what that event will be because it's at mid-season, but it said it's a full auto submachine gun with an extreme rate of fire, excellent range, and low recoil. Headshots can help offset lower base damage, which is where that sort of trade-off comes into play. If you have a very fast-firing weapon, excellent range, and then also minimal recoil, it's too powerful if it has a best-in-class damage or something as well. But what this SMG lacks in power, it makes up with a blistering fire rate that's effective even in mid-range fights due to the weapon's low recoil. Consider putting an extended mag on to cut down on reloads and aim for the head to improve your damage output. Pairs well with the Scavenger and Assault Pack, giving you the ammo reserves you need to keep up the pressure and continue spitting out damage. This one, based off of the description and what we see in terms of the model for the weapon, heavily reminds me of the Spectre from Black Ops back in 2010, and that's a crazy throwback in my opinion. Could be a lot of fun to play around with, but like, talk about a deep pull. A weapon that we've only seen once in COD history before returning in this game. I feel like you can't say that happens too much these days. Which, editor's note, Jordan coming back from the future here, they actually did update the COD wiki where Hunch is right, it is the Spectre. It's actually listed on the same page now with that. So if you want something to compare it to or like go back and try out before the launch, that's your weapon. But anyways, beyond that, the other weapons we have, or not necessarily brand new weapons in a sense, but special weapon attachments. First, we have the Grau conversion kit for the 5.56 coming in the Battle Pass at launch of Season 3. This will convert the SWAT 5.56 into a fully auto version of what the Grau seemingly will be, where it says it's improved its accuracy, mobility, and handling, and also equips a new default barrel and magazine that unlocks an exclusive 50-round mag, blocking the barrel attachment. So this is something that, again, you kind of start to see this now taking shape to what it was with the OG Verdansk and the Grau there, without actually introducing the Grau. I'm very curious to see if this will hold up or become something that is beloved by a lot of players, or if it'll just be an absolute dud and an attempt to bring it back. We'll have to wait and see. But then we have the Monolithic Suppressor, also at launch in the Battle Pass. This provides superior sound suppression and increased range. A moderate weight increase affects the agility of the weapon build with this, and it's the ideal attachment for extending your damage range on big maps like Verdansk, while retaining the concealment provided by a suppressor. This was on basically every meta build for Modern Warfare 2019 weapons, and it seems like it might be the case again here, returning in Black Ops 6. Additionally, talking about returning attachments, the C9 in season is going to get a 10mm auto 30 round magazine attachment. There'll be a conversion kit to the higher caliber 10mm, as the original MW19 MP5 had as well. So this might be a must-have for your C9 builds whenever it comes to Warzone, but we'll see. And finally, at the mid-season update, we're going to see the Goblin Mark II 7.62 mini rocket conversion. This converting the Mark II into a fully automatic weapon with explosive rocket ammunition. So obviously, this is going to be something that probably lessens the damage of each individual round, but adds splash damage capabilities. But it will be something that I think reminds us of the S6 Stingray from Black Ops 4 for those that were around for that, but we'll have to wait and see. That's your weapons and the attachments here with this, but talking about weapons and how they're categorized here with this, also do remember that anything you don't complete from Season 2 and also like Season 3 or whenever any weapon you're interested in, that functional content, so weapons, attachments, perks, streaks, wildcards, and the like, those will all go into the Armory, where all you have to do is earn them via XP accrued through playing the game regularly. The final thing to note is that this is going to help out drastically if you're still on the weapon camo grind. To date, we'll have had 4 rifles, the Krig C, Cypher 91, Kilo, and Amax, 3 SMGs of the SOG, PPSH, and Ladra, 1 LMG of the Fang 82, 1 marksman of the TR2, the 2 sniper rifles of the AMR Mod 4 and HDR, 1 shotgun of the Maelstrom, 3 specials of the D13 or Dissector, the Siren 9mm, and the nail gun, and then 8 melees of the power drill, cleaver, skateboard, katanas, bow staff, sai, nunchucks, and Kali sticks. So that means that as of mid-season, you'll have 23 weapons that you could effectively swap out for other weapons. The only catch is that if you're going to be swapping these weapons, you have to make sure the entire weapon category is gold, diamond, dark spine, or whatever their equivalents are respectively for whatever mode you're playing are with those camos. So for example, with just the 4 DLC rifles, if I had gold on the Launch 7 and then got gold and diamond on those DLC rifles, I could skip the entire marksman category of weapons, the launchers and melees, the entire pistol category, the entire shotgun category with 2 left over, the entire sniper category with 1 left over, the entire LMG category with 1 left over, and you see where I'm going with this. So even just add in the 3 additional SMGs that we'll see up until mid-season here, and you start to see how that categorical haul becomes even easier to manage. Honestly, I'm thinking about jumping back into things for like the launch of Warzone again and going a bit more for the Warzone camos. So if that's the case, I'm definitely skipping a lot of the annoying ones. Like I've heard marksmans are pretty annoying, melees might get annoying too, but you definitely have a lot more freebies now if you're going for Abyss, Nebula, or Dark Matter. Doesn't matter what, but these will help you out. And that is your weapons for Season 3 and everything that comes along with them. So drop your thoughts down below. What do you guys think of these weapons? Anything in particular you like out of them? Anyone you really hope does well? Whatever the case, drop your thoughts. But if you enjoyed the video, you found it at all insightful, do me a favor and drop a like on it. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Black Ops 6 as we gear up for Season 3 and beyond, along with other FPS content I'd love to have in the community. But for now, thanks so much for watching. Mine has been Espresso. I'll see you later. Take care and peace.